Me now live from Washington, D.C. is energy security analyst Omid Shakri. Omid, thank you so much for joining us once again.
Thanks for having me.
So now let's talk about Japan, which has now been diverting its LNG supplies to Europe with more expected transfers in March. This is definitely a blow for Europe because of the Russia-Ukraine crisis, as we know. But how will Japan benefit from this deal?
When world energy market, especially EU, faced the current energy crisis, a measure of energy consumers such as South Korea, China, and Japan trying to buy more natural gas, LNG, and oil and restore it in strategic reserve. And at present, the EU and US trying to find alternative for Russian gas. And as you know, during the America visit to US, Biden administration asked Qatar to produce more LNG to export to EU to reduce some dependency on Russian gas. But due to majority of LNG cargoes sold before to major consumers such as China and Japan, Qatar will be unable to produce more LNG and to deliver to EU. Japan will be able to play an important role in EU energy security in geopolitical gain and also trying to sell LNG with current price. As I mentioned, Japan buy for LNG some months ago with low price, and it is, at the present will be able to sell by high prices. I mean, has an economic and geopolitical gain for Japan as one of the major LNG consumer.
Now, what is the future of energy in European continent? There's still a stalemate between Russia and Ukraine, but an invasion is expected anytime soon. How badly will that impact Europe's ongoing crisis?
Yeah, this is a great point. In the short term, EU has no alternative for Russian gas and will be keep its dependency on Russian gas. But in the midterm and the long run, it is possible for the EU to reduce dependency on Russian gas with diversification of LNG and natural gas from boosting LNG export from the Qatar, more natural gas from Shah Deniz, from Azerbaijan, and more LNG from US as well. And also we have next month Israeli president visit to Turkey, and it is the best time for Turkey, EU, and Israel to bring natural gas from the Israel and Egypt via Cyprus and Turkey to European market. This Israeli natural gas will be one of the alternative in the midterm for EU for dependency on Russian gas, and US also trying to focus more on renewable energy and energy transition process as well. And Turkey, EU need more investing in interconnectivity in some countries. Some countries has faced a really huge problem in storing natural gas and LNG. Without them more investing in infrastructure and more investing in natural gas and LNG with some other resources, EU will be facing some crisis in coming years. But in the midterm and the long term, with EU needs to revise its energy policy and with more focus on renewable energy transition process and more import from other resources rather than Russia. EU will be able to keep its energy security in our hand and trying to reduce dependency on whole resource as Russia. As you know, at present, Russia supplies about 40% of LNG and natural gas for EU, and it is against EU national and energy security as well.
Now, Omid, one more thing. In the United States, President Joe Biden says that he will stop the Nord Stream 2 if Russia invades Ukraine. But does the American president possess that sort of power to actually halt a project which is across the Atlantic and supported by its close ally, Germany?
Yes, Biden administration and before Biden administration, Trump administration tried to impose many sanctions to stop construction of this pipeline project. But as you are aware, this pipeline is built and is ready to flow natural gas from Russia to Germany. And both major supplier, Russia and major consumer at Germany, are interested to start natural gas flow from this pipeline. But due to current crisis between Russia and Ukraine, EU, mainly EU and also US trying to stop this project, trying to stop the natural gas flow from this pipeline. US is alone is not able to stop this project, but today I saw in some sources Moscow himself treated that will be halted this project due to current tension and due to U.S. and EU pressure on the Moscow. Without cooperating with Germany and other countries, it is not possible for the U.S. to stop this project. But with cooperation between EU and U.S. and majority Germany and U.S. will be able to use this project as a geopolitical game to pressure to Moscow to solve the current tension. I should note that EU needs Russia natural gas, and Russia also needs EU to gain more revenue. But last week, China and Russia signed an agreement to Russia supply more natural gas and oil to China, and Moscow wants to show that not dependent of just EU market, and we'll be able to supply more to China. During the new geopolitical of energy, without cooperation, energy consumer and energy procedure, we see that the energy crisis will continue, and also in EU.
All right, Ahmed Shakri, thank you so much for taking out the time to speak to us. It's always a pleasure talking to you, and we hope to speak to you again sometime soon.
Thank you.
Now, Turkey's treasury and